the soul of Chao Wei pierced through the Douluo continent. In the Battle of Jialing Pass, he awakened the bloodline of the heroic souls of his Chao family and released 8 guardian spirits from the 10 halls of Yan Luo in his Chao family. Xiao Amon. Please tell me what you most want in your heart. The world. The sky. Below. Laozi said, I want this world. Qianli saved Bibi Dong and blocked Bibi Dong and Qianrengshu's forced exit. Tiger Fool, Wen Zhe, crush him for me. Yes. With the 2 guardians of the Chao family fighting against the Shura god Tang San, the other party immediately became foolish. When did an additional first-level deity and a second-level deity appear? Chao Wei. Small scene. There are 8 guardians like this in total. Keywords of the novel. Douluo. Awakening martial god body constitution at Jialing Pass with no pop-ups, Douluo. Awakening martial god body constitution at Jialing Pass. Download the complete set of TXT, Douluo. Awakening martial god body constitution at Jialing Pass. Latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. Awakening the martial god body at the beginning. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Awakening the martial god body at the beginning. Douluo World. Martial Soul Empire. Jialing Pass. In the battlefield filled with war and smoke, there are rivers of bloody and foul-smelling liquids everywhere, terrifying and infiltrating, and countless corpses piled up like mountains. The towering and magnificent city walls of the past have all become dilapidated in this great war. After experiencing the great war of the 2 gods, Jialing Pass was first fought with the Heavenly Do Empire, Star Luo Empire, Shrek Academy, 7 Treasures Glass Sect, Haotian Sect, and 4 major affiliated sects, Tang men, all participating in this brutal battle. In the Battle of the Martial Soul Empire, all the elite accumulated over 100 years were lost. The most powerful army of Soul Masters has been completely defeated, with the core combat power of the Martial Soul Hall and the Elder Core each carrying injuries. Now only the Rakshasa god Bibi Dong and the 6-winged angel Qianrengshu are left. While the mother and daughter gods were guarding, the 7 major offerings of the Martial Soul Hall and the 9 elders, 8 out of 10, all of whom were able to breathe, have returned. Nowadays, the Shrek 7 monsters have made a strong comeback, and Tang Sanyi has achieved dual divine positions. At the same time as obtaining the Sea God, he also merged the position of the first person in the divine realm, Shura God. At this time, he can be said to have already shaken the world, right? Haotian sect not only survived several titled elders, but also other forces, and the 2 empires entered the border with large armies. It can be said that this battle was more defeated than the East. And now, in the battlefield of Jialing, a soldier surnamed Chao, with his own strength, killed hundreds of cavalry on this side of the Heavenly Do Empire, but ultimately died under the enemy's tactics of a sea of people. At this moment, Chao Wei's experiences in the Douluo world over the past 20 years constantly appeared in his blurred blood eyes. He wore Douluo in his soul, but his talent was not good, and he became a soul master warrior on the side of the martial soul hall. In the end, he still couldn't escape the gears of fate. Is Chao Wei really going to die this time? My ancestor was Chao Chao, and I have the blood of the Chao family flowing through my body. Why did you bring me to this cold Douluo world, thief? As the blood of Chao Wei's body continued to flow, the antique wrapped in rags from the 10 halls of Yan Luo on the ground emitted a faint red light. I heard the voice of the Chao family's bloodline. I heard the young master's unwilling voice. I heard the voice of a warlord. As Chao Wei's heavy eyes were about to fall underneath the ground, his Chao family antique, the 10 halls of Yan Luo, burst into brilliant light. 8 bloody red lights rose up from the sky, and characters in ghostly form stood tall above the Chao bandits. Xiao Amon. Tell me quickly what you most want in your heart. Young master. Speak up quickly. I will withdraw from the ban. Everyone, listen to me. This is the last bloodline of Chao Gong. Let's save him first, and we'll see slowly from now on. If this kid really has Chao Gong's aspirations, what's the point of us being born to accompany him for a day? And during the discussion among these 8 guardians of the Chao family, only the faint and resolute voice of Chao Wei could be heard from the center of the battlefield. Under heaven. Under heaven. I said I want this world. With the final roar, Chao Wei finally exhausted his last strength, and at the same time, his life came to an end. Not good. Quickly, save Xiao Amon. Haha. Wei Gong. We have finally arrived at the heir who can inherit your aspirations. World. Good kid, if you're really a descendant of Chao Gong, I'm willing to continue charging forward for you. I, Wei Yi, will escort the main attack and assist the Lord in governing the world. 8 terrifying and eerie red souls entered the body of the Chao thief. The terrifying soul power suddenly rushed out of the body of the Chao thief, and the terrifying red soul power dyed the entire sky of the Jialing Pass battlefield red. The strong smell of blood and bone-chilling cold air in the air constantly stimulated the nerves of hundreds of Empire warriors on the battlefield. Ghost. Ghost. Those people were all ghosts just now, ghosts are going to eat us. As the red bloodshot spread, hundreds of Heavenly Do Empire warriors on the field picked up their weapons and began a bloody battle against their own people. In just half an hour, it wasn't until Captain Xiufeng, the warrior of the Heavenly Do Empire, stood tall in battle with a sword, supporting his body and slowly closing his eyes. This terrifying and bloody battle finally came to a halt. And just now, Chao Wei, who was wearing countless spears, has completely awakened. I saw him dressed in a white tattered garment dyed red with blood, paired with his resolute and handsome face, and a pair of blood-red terrifying eyes, exuding like a demon emerging from the abyss of hell. He held his own treasure, the 10-hall Yenluo, with both hands on his shoulders. And behind him appeared 2 guardians of the Chao family. I am willing to serve the Chao family for generations, willing to go through fire and water, without hesitation. I saw a guardian spirit about 10 meters high in the Forbidden City, respectfully bowing to Chao Wei. What instructions does the Lord have? Subsequently, Su Chu, a tall and sturdy tiger enthusiast, followed Yu Jian and respectfully bowed to Chao Wei. Eugene, Su Chu. Chao Wei looked at the 2 ancient heroes in front of him, and at this moment, his heart was already burning with flames. He knew his stage had arrived. As the legitimate bloodline of the Chao family and blessed by his ancestors, Chao Wei will definitely inherit the will of his ancestor Chao Gong. Unify the world. Lord. With the transformation and improvement of our birth, your body can now fight against the first-level gods in this world. Eugene was already good at dealing with people, and his loyalty to the Chao family truly fulfilled what he had just said. I am willing to serve the Chao family for generations, willing to go through fire and water, without hesitation. When Chao Wei saw this place, the piercing pain in his heart still lingers in his mind. With Chao Wei's youthful and tender face, it had already been dampened by his own tears. As Chao Wei's blood-red eyes regained their clarity, he shed blood-red tears. He constantly warned himself in his heart that the regret of General Yu Jin's dismissal was that Chao Wei would not let such a thing happen again. He will definitely conquer the entire Douluo world with Eugene and his 7 guardians of the Chao family. What Chao Wei wants is the whole world, not only the whole world, but also the lofty divine realm. He, Chao Wei, will definitely bring his family and brothers together to conquer the lofty divine realm and achieve true unification of the world. General Eugene, General Su Chu, would you be willing to accompany me on a journey in this different world, the Douluo world? I am willing to become my lord and charge forward. This world of Douluo is also the world of my Chao family. I am willing to pave the way for my lord, just like Douluo and Ant. Treasures. If not enough reading, the author still has updated books every day. Douluo won the Zhutian auction at the beginning. I have recently discovered 3 good books, you can go and read them when you have time. At the beginning, 1,000 streams entrusted to protect Xiaoxue and fight against Jialing. Jialing Pass has just ended and Bibi is coming to your door. Douluo counts the charges and begins to execute Helena. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write books that you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. Chao Wei wants to conquer the Douluo world. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. Chao Wei wants to conquer the Douluo world. Haha. The 2 generals' good spirit. Let me lead the 2 generals and make a big fuss in this Douluo world. On the side of Chao Wei, 2 Chao family guardian spirit super generals have been harvested. At the same time, Chao Wei also learned that the combat power of Hu Chi Su Chu was comparable to that of a first-level deity in the divine realm, while General Eugene was slightly weaker, with only the strength of a second-level deity. However, these were already enough. The current battle of Jialing Pass has reached its final conclusion, and it is also the final shining moment when all the dust settles. Chao Wei will definitely turn this damn Douluo world upside down. What kind of divine King Tang San, what kind of double deities, in the eyes of Chao Wei, he would also wield a knife to strike you. My current physical strength has directly reached the level of a first-level deity, and it can be said that I now have the strength to fight against the divine King Tang San. Chao Wei, along with his 2 guardians, rode on the Shadow Soul Horse and galloped at lightning speed all the way, only to arrive at the final battlefield. The Battle of the 3 Gods. And on the other side. On this side of the Martial Soul Hall, the once glorious and majestic Martial Soul Empire, with its exquisite buildings, has now been transformed into ruins. At present, only the peak combat power of the Rakshasa god Bibi and the 6-winged angel god, Qianli, are left. The 2 of them are now the last hope of the Martial Soul Hall. Then came the first tier, with the second offering the Golden Douluo, Ghost Douluo, Chrysanthemum Douluo, and Qinghuan Douluo. Then came the elite knightly army of 3,000 soul masters. It can be said that this is the final heritage of the Martial Soul Hall. This battle destroyed the chi luck of the Martial Soul Hall and also destroyed all the national luck of the Martial Soul Hall. However, this battle is not over yet, and both sides have not yet decided on a winner or loser. Because after today's battle, only one of the 2 sides can survive. The winner will henceforth lead the entire Douluo world, while the loser will rest forever in hell. Schwer. If we're really going to lose this battle, you must escape, I'll buy you time. Bibi looked at his precious daughter, Qianli, with a worried and reluctant expression on his face. However, Qianli did not respond to her mother's love for Bibi. Qianli could accept her love, but she could not leave this time. She was born into the Martial Soul Hall and died into a ghost of the Martial Soul Hall. What's the point of her fleeing with 1,000 steps of snow? Or is it that she could watch her mother Bibi in waves and ultimately die in the hands of the Shura god Tang San? She can't do it with 1,000 steps of snow, and she will definitely not escape this time. He wants to stay and fight side by side with everyone, even if she dies in the end, Qianli will still die with everyone. Schwer. Listen to your mother, let us old folks do the last thing for you. At this moment, in the second offering, Douluo has a pair of tiger eyes, shining with stars. For his precious granddaughter, it can be said that Douluo, the grandfather, doted on her to the bone. Nowadays, Tang San's side is in great power, and his victory rate is obviously very small. He also needs to leave the last blood for his 1,000 families. At this moment, Qianren Snow, a pair of bright eyes had already shed small pearls. She choked up and said. The second offering is to forgive Shuer's unfilial behavior. This time Shuer won't leave, I will stay and fight with you, Grandpa. And at this moment, I only heard the voice of the Shura god Tang San coming from high in the sky. Since you're not leaving, why don't you all stay and die together? I saw Tang San, the Shura god in the high sky, holding the Shura god's sword, wearing the Shura god's armor, with pure white and solitary white hair dancing in the wind. His once precious blue eyes had been infected by the will of the Shura god, turning into a bloody and brutal red. Xian Renxue and Bibi Dong were also surprised to see the Shura god Tang San chasing them so quickly. At the same time, Shura god Tang San, along with the 6 Shrek monsters behind him, also took their positions one after another. Haotian sect, a group of high-end veteran fighters, have showcased their Haotian hammers. Ning Fengji from the 7 Treasures and Glass sect, dragging his injured body, led tens of thousands of disciples of the 7 Treasures and Glass sect, all holding Tang sect's hidden weapon Juga Lion crossbow prepared by Tang San for them. At the same time, their other hand revealed their martial soul 7 Treasures Glass pagoda. On the side of the Heavenly Do Empire, a royal elite knight army of around 100,000 has surrounded the outskirts of the martial soul hall. Subsequently, on the side of the Star Luo Empire, hundreds of thousands of royal knights, along with Tiando, surrounded the martial soul hall. At the same time, the White Tiger sect, with its leader Dai Yutian, brought thousands of White Tiger sect disciples to confront them. Dai Yutian is not only the emperor of the Star Luo Empire, but also the leader of the White Tiger sect, which shows the influence of the Shura god Tang San. At this moment, he has already shaken the world and commanded the world's troops. On the side of Shrek College, Dean Frand, theoretical masters Yu Shaojiang, and Lu Erlong all came to assist. It can be seen that this magnificent scene was actually meant to send all members of the martial soul hall to hell. The calligraphy of the Shura god Tang San this time can be said to be unparalleled. He. Tang San. If I can kill you the first time, I can kill you the second time. I will definitely be the ultimate winner. Speaking. Angry Bibi Dong once again unleashed the divine power of her Rakshasa god, and the terrifying Rakshasa power immediately caused the ordinary soul masters below to become mentally deranged. And Tang San, who was high in the sky and the Shura god, was furious when he saw Bibi Dong reach out to bully the weak. He immediately held the Shura god's sword in his hand and charged towards Bibi Dong, only to be struck with anger. The terrifying power of the Shura god naturally restrains Bibi Dong's Rakshasa god, so Bibi Dong can be said to have extremely difficult responses in the following. Soul-devouring Spider Emperor, the first soul skill. Half a month. Bibi Dong immediately launched the first soul skill after using the death sickle to break through the attack of the Shura god Tang San. The terrifying green soul-devouring spider shock wave, with a terrifying and highly toxic corrosive effect, charged towards Tang San. When Tang San saw Bibi Dong attacking, he saw him make a magnificent turn and activate his soul bone skill. Evil Demon's left leg, soul bone skill, Killer Whale's broken teeth slash. The terrifying tomahawk skill is like a meteor, sharp enough to directly cut Bibi Dong's attack in half. The Rakshasa god Bibi Dong was immediately furious upon seeing this. The third soul skill of the soul-devouring Spider Emperor, called by the Magic Pearl. The seventh soul skill of the soul-devouring Spider Emperor, the true body of the martial soul. Terrifying Rakshasa magic beads have emerged from the underground, along with the martial soul realm that devours the Emperor magic beads. Immediately, Tang San was also furious. Titan's left arm, soul bone skill, gravity swamp. The terrifying gravity effect instantly killed all the Emperor devouring magic beads summoned by Bibi Dong below. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Chao Wei Qianli saves the field. Bibi Dong. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 3. Chao Wei Qianli saves the field. Bibi Dong. With the release of the two Ming Titan ape skill by the Shura god Tang San, the gravity mud not only bombarded and killed the emperor devouring magic bead released by Bibi Dong. At the same time, even more, facing Bibidong swallowing emperor magic bead, the seventh soul skill, the martial soul true body, was killed. The terrifying gravitational magnetic field soul power was torn apart by Bibidong's massive swallowing emperor magic bead in just 2 seconds in front of the martial soul true body swallowing emperor magic bead. The terrifying aura of death emanated from the swallowing emperor demon pearl like a torrent, and the disciples of the Haotian sect around them were the first to corrode this eerie aura of death. A large number of soul masters fell to the ground one after another, constantly losing their vitality in their bodies. Bibi Dong stood tall in front of his own swallowing emperor magic pearl and martial soul true body in the high sky, holding the Rakshasa god, the sickle of death. The huge and dark swallowing emperor magic bead waved its 8 claws and emitted a half-moon shockwave. The terrifying green and highly toxic shockwave charged straight towards the Shura god Tang San. In the air, the wind was blowing, and I saw Tang San, the Shura god, with his white hair fluttering, slowly lifting the Shura god sword in his hand. Thousand-handed Shura. Divine skill. Shura divine realm open. After the Shura god Tang San unleashed the Shura god realm, a terrifying crimson color immediately enveloped the entire space of the martial soul hall. At this moment, Bibi Dong's swallowing emperor magic pearl and the moon slash emitted by the martial soul realm were all easily annihilated by Tang San with the blessing of the Shura realm and Shura divine power. Bibi Dong. You are now at the end of your strength, it's time for you to also taste the power of my Shura god. Shura realm, Shura realm. The terrifying shadow of the Shura god slowly appeared from behind the Shura god Tang San, and on his fierce face, his blood-red eyes seemed to pull him into the abyss of hell. Tang San. Don't dream anymore, we haven't lost yet. Standing on the side, the 6-winged angel god, Qianli, instantly activated his divine skill. 6-winged angel god, divine skill. Angel realm. The 6-winged angel's true body opens. The terrifying power of light, like a sharp blade breaking through the dawn void, instantly pierced through the realm of the Shura god that enveloped the martial soul hall. The huge sacred 6-winged angel god Phantom saw the other party holding a noble and solemn sword of the angel god, swiftly splitting towards the Shura god Tang San. The terrifying power of the bright angel instantly shattered the rhythm of the Shura god Tang San. Open the realm of Shura god. Divine skill. Shura blood sword. In the crimson blood vortex, the Shura god blood sword slowly appeared in front of Tang San. The bright 6-winged angel god launched the angel sword, which was instantly blocked in place by the Shura blood sword summoned by Tang San. The Shura blood sword quickly shattered the divine power of the 6-winged angel's light, and a small amount of starlight and light fell from the void. And Tang San was also extremely angry at the moment. Because the Shura blood sword is his most powerful killing move, he can only use it twice now. It can be said that Tang San has lost a trump card. Qianli, since you are stubborn, I can only send you to hell. The terrifying power of Shura erupted, and the crimson sky rushed towards the 6-winged angels, towering in snow. I saw Tang San holding the Shura blood sword in his hand, which was a supernatural weapon and also a divine killing sword. As the power of the 5 great divine kings in the divine realm, Shura god can be said to have the highest strength, the highest merit in attack, and the highest destruction. And the Shura blood sword in Tang San's hand at this moment is exactly the supernatural artifact of Tu Shen. The power of the Shura god. The judgment of the Shura. Thousand-handed Shura, dressed in blood-red clothes, with a single hair that falls silent during the day. When the blood sword comes to its senses, it only avoids, while I, the Shura, fight the heavens and the earth. I saw the Shura blood sword in Tang San's hand, constantly splitting and flying into the sky. Tang San also raised the blood sword in his hand, and a large amount of Shura divine power and terrifying killing power converged towards the Shura blood sword in his hand between heaven and earth. Tang San had already developed a killing intent at this moment, and he wanted to completely kill the six-winged angel Qianli on the spot. Tang San. Why do you insist on staying with our martial soul hall forever? At this moment, Qianli is feeling the terrifying power of the Shura. She knows that this move of the Shura judgment cannot escape. But so what? She wants to ask a clear question. She thinks there should still be a glimmer of vitality, right? He. Qianren Shui, Bibi Dong, don't you think it's too late for you to say these things now? What have you done in the martial soul hall over the years? You won't know. Do you want me to let go of your martial soul hall? Impossible. At this moment, Tang San, with a victorious posture, raised his Shura blood sword high in his hand and slowly spat out his mouth. Shura God. Divine skill. Shura judgment. On the other side, Bibi Dong, who was eager to protect his daughter, roared. Swallowing the Emperor Demon Pearl. Ninth soul skill. Immortal body. The massive body of the swallowing Emperor Magic Pearl rushed towards its precious daughter, Qianren Shui's position. The terrifying Shura trial is at a critical moment as it penetrates the true body of the swallowing Emperor Magic Pearl. Suddenly, a strange weapon appeared in front of me, with terrifying bloodthirsty power. I was stunned and forcefully used brute force to deflect the strongest attack launched by the Shura god Tang San, the Shura judgment. I saw a roar coming from high in the sky. Bastard Tang San, you are a traitor of the Tang sect. You stole the Shentian treasure record of the sect and will also kill your fellow disciples who are arresting you. Is this the justice in your heart? You are just a hypocrite who is inconsistent in appearance and appearance. Your grandfather Chao is going to call you a good person today. Chao Wei stepped on his own guardian spirit, the guardian spirit of Hu Chi Su Chu. I saw him wearing a tattered armor and a dirty and beautiful handsome face, all displaying a man's resolute expression. When he reached out his hand, the 10 heavenly weapons thrown by him from afar, the 10 halls of hell, quickly arrived in his hand. And among the large forces below, Yu Xiaojiang from Shrek Academy is already gritting his teeth. Why? Why? Just a little, Bibi Dong can die. Bastard. Who the hell are you and why did you come out to harm our good deeds? At this moment, Yu Xiaojiang instantly unleashed the power of his soul sect, with simple and inconspicuous soul rings illuminating one after another. Chao Wei lazily stretched on Hu Chi Su Chu's shoulder. I saw the other person's face change instantly. Slightly spit out 2 words from the mouth. Noisy. The terrifying first-level divine power instantly overwhelmed the theoretical canon master Yu Xiaojiang. Meanwhile, Bibi Dong, who was suffering from the backlash of her martial soul, felt even more pain in her heart compared to the pain on her body. She felt disrespectful towards Bibi Dong after countless cuts and cuts. Bastard. I don't care who you are, you injured my mentor. Your Excellency has been given away to die today. Speaking. Angry Shura god Tang San immediately clenched the Shura blood sword in his hand again. He is launching the strongest attack of the Shura trial again, and he is going to kill Chao Wei. He wants to avenge his mentor family members. Dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. Wenzi. Let's have a big fight. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. Wenzi. Let's have a big fight. Bastard. I don't care who you are, you injured my mentor. Your Excellency has been given away to die today. Speaking. Angry Shura god Tang San immediately clenched the Shura blood sword in his hand again. He is launching the strongest attack of the Shura trial again, and he is going to kill Chao Wei. He wants to avenge his mentor, Chao Wei. How could Chao Wei be so powerful? At this moment, Bibi Dong's brain was completely numb. The playful and silent young man in front of him was just a small soul warrior team leader in her martial soul empire. Nowadays, Chao Wei gave her the first impression of a demon emerging from the abyss. His cynical appearance was just a disguise to numb them. The fluctuation of the power of the first-level deity in his body cannot deceive her eyes. Has he been pretending his strength all along? And the two giants behind him, are they his martial souls? No. I remember his martial soul was a blade of tetanus. The information on the past of Chao Wei was constantly flipped through in the head of Pope Bibi Dong, and as a ruler, this was a habit she had always kept open. Bibi Dong. Is this your hidden card? At this moment, the six-winged angel god Qianli arrived at Bibi Dong's side, dragging his severely injured body. I don't know why Chao Wei hid such terrifying strength. The core of the martial soul hall behind them was enshrined, and the elders were already shocked and stunned when they saw the appearance of Chao Wei. How could this be possible? On the battlefield in the southeast, all the soul warriors of our martial soul hall were destroyed in one battle, and Chao Wei had dozens of long spears in his body. For Chao Wei at that time, when the two worshippers, the golden crocodile Douluo, saw each other, they thought to themselves that there was no chance for them to survive, so they didn't pay attention to each other. He stood straight over the other person's head, and Chao Wei, relying on one breath, was stunned until the blood in his body dried up. What? You said that Chao Wei was considered to have died at that time, so you didn't care about him. I saw the Luo Cha god Bibi Dong, although she was severely injured by Tang San, her personal divine power is still there. Soon. In the second offering, the golden crocodile Douluo told Bibi Dong what he knew. And at the same time, on the side of Shura god Tang San, released the strongest strike. Shura god. Divine skill. Shura judgment. The terrifying Shura divine power carries a terrifying crimson ferocious aura, forming a Shura blood sword that blocks the sky and sun, and is about to strike towards Chao Wei's side. The powerful forces on Tang San's side cheered and cheered one after another. It's over. Everything is about to come to an end, and the martial soul hall is finally about to be destroyed. Haha. Tang San is a powerful and domineering figure, he is the embodiment of justice. We firmly support Tang San. Compared to the cheers of the forces on Tang San's side, the personnel on the side of the martial soul hall were all looking ugly and about to drip water. 3,000 elite soul master knights are facing Tang San's Shura judgment one by one, although they are afraid in their hearts. But their faith in their hearts has strengthened their steps, they have not retreated. They are the strongest assassins mace of the martial soul palace, the soul master knight legion, and everything they possess is bestowed upon them by the martial soul empire. Their families, children, and their comfortable living conditions are all bestowed upon them by the martial soul hall, bestowed upon them by the Pope's crown, Bibi Dong. So even if they really want to die here today, their 3,000 soul master knight legion will also die with the martial soul hall. Brothers. Are you all afraid? Not afraid. Brothers, are you willing to die with the Pope's coronation? Willing to. Willing to. In every battle, I put myself first. If we don't break through the enemy's momentum, we won't return. Soul Master Knight, holding a sharp knight spear, restrained his horse and swung his spear. Brothers. Follow the martial soul hall, live and die with the Pope's coronation. Bibi Dong and his group of high-ranking officials collapsed one by one on the dilapidated stairs outside the martial soul hall, watching as their last loyal legion died. Bibi Dong, who had been shrouded in dust for many years, began to feel a touch in his confined heart. The six-winged angel god, Qianli, is still fearless of death when he sees his last legion, fighting for the martial soul hall. After the aftermath of the battle, her dirty little face was left with sparkling tears. No. Come back. Come back quickly. Come back. We lost, don't go and die. Hurry up. Come back. Excited by emotions, Qianli, the six-winged angel god who once stood high in the martial soul hall, unexpectedly fell down a dilapidated staircase due to serious injuries. How brave! Tang San, you have already angered me today. I will kill you today. Chao Wei, who was cynical in the world, actually had a lot of touching feelings in his heart when he saved Bibi Dong. After seeing that the martial soul hall had wiped out all the legions, there was only a tightly packed Soul Master Knight legion of 3,000 left, who even had to fight to the death for the martial soul hall. It can be said. This gave Chao Wei a great shock in his heart, and the bloodline of the ancestors of the Chao family in his body was constantly boiling. Haha. Let's have a big fight together. Chao Wei, who was as crazy as a madman, laughed heartily, and his body's ferocious anger continued to erupt. Boom, tiger idiot, Zhe, crush the bastard in front of me. Yes. Just follow the Lord's orders. No. I promise to complete the task. As the two received orders from Chao Wei, the eyes of the two guardians of the Chao family instantly spewed out hellfire. I saw Su Chu, a tiger maniac dressed in red gold armor, speaking in a jarring voice. Zhe. We have been waiting for this battle for thousands of years. Let's have a big fight today and kill him to the fullest. When the guardian spirit tiger idiot appears, it is extremely shocking, and coupled with his massive body of several tens of meters, he is truly a tiger-like person. Haha. General Su spoke up, so one naturally wanted to accompany General to the fullest. Yu Jin's appearance was naturally not as carefree as a tiger maniac, but his character was still extremely cheerful. Fire hammer charge. I saw the guardian spirit tiger idiot holding a purple gold hammer, and the terrifying power of hell's divine fire constantly condensed on his hammer. Due to his immense divine power, the ground he was on suddenly formed a chaotic rock tornado within a radius of 1 kilometer. The royal knights of the Heavenly Do Empire were crushed to death in a tornado due to being surrounded too close. Haha. Tang San's child eats a hammer from me, Su Chu. The terrifying power of hell's divine fire, carrying the power of great terror to burn everything in the world, forcefully confronted the Shura god Tang San and unleashed the strongest blow to the Shura judgment. The terrifying power of the Shura exploded into a brilliant energy wave in the opponent Su Chu's hellfire divine power. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Tang San without talking about martial virtue. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Tang San without talking about martial virtue. At the center of the explosion, a large pit with a diameter of 10,000 meters was directly blasted out, and the pitch-black abyss was even more difficult to see at a glance. And the strongest strike between the Shura god Tang San and the guardian of the Chao family, the spirit tiger idiot, resulted in a terrifying aftershock of soul power that directly took away all the magnificent buildings around the martial soul hall, and countless lives were lost. The imperial knights of the Heavenly Do Empire, with an army of 800,000, surrounded by a network of heavenly traps and earthly traps on the outskirts of the martial soul hall. The first line of defense directly blew out a kilometer-long gap from it. Outside the second peripheral defense line, the royal family of the Star Luo Empire suffered countless casualties, taking away at least 1,000 elite soldiers in a blink of an eye. The rest of the innocent people, ordinary city residents, have suffered countless casualties. For a while, millions of people in the martial Soul City began to panic. The Snowy Night Emperor of the Heavenly Do Empire, upon seeing this astonishing death toll, his heart was pierced like 1,000 holes by someone. Pui. I, the Royal Knights Legion of Tiendo, sacrificed myself in vain. Faced with this outrageous disaster, the Snow Knight Emperor, who was already in poor health, was instantly knocked unconscious. The only heir of the Heavenly Do Empire on the side, Avalanche, immediately nervously stabilized his father, while the healing pharmacist rushed forward to treat the Snow Knight Emperor. When the Heavenly Do Empire fell into a coma on a snowy night, a considerable amount of trouble quickly arose. And their old buddy, on the royal side of the Star Luo Empire, Dai Yutian directly destroyed the sitting chariot in anger. At this moment, he was like a raging lion. What's this called? I have thousands of Star Luo Haonan, who did not die on the battlefield of Tiendo, but today he died in an explosion. The elder Xinglua on the side was furious when he saw his own emperor, and immediately went to advise him. At the same time, he made Dai Yutian realize that he was not in his territory now. Dai Yutian finally had to listen to advice and issued an order for the imperial family of the Star Luo Empire to retreat 50 miles backwards. He held a soul guide whip in his hand and pulled it straight onto the body of the elder. Be talkative. Is it your decision or mine? In a fit of anger, Dai Yutian was holding a mouthful of anger in his heart. He couldn't bear it for a moment, and for the boldness of the elder, he could only send him away. The terrifying title Douluo Soul Power, constantly bestowed on the Soul Guide horse braid, quickly shattered the skin and flesh of Elder Dai Tian. The cries of pain kept coming from the dragon court of the Star Luo royal family. The soldiers of the royal family of the Star Luo Empire, who were protecting the outskirts of the dragon court, also experienced some subtle fluctuations in their hearts at this moment. No one knows what harm Dai Yutian's move today will bring to his future Star Luo Empire. Among other major powers, the losses are smaller. Although Heoshanzong was closest to the explosion center, with the joint resistance of several veteran Douluo elders, only a few dozen outer disciples were killed or injured. On the side of the Seven Treasures Glass sect, the sword Douluo Qinshin died, and the bone Douluo Gurong died. It can be said that the Seven Treasures Glass sect has lost its claws and shields today. But fortunately, Ning Rongrong and Oscar fought against the aftermath of the explosion, killing thousands of people in the Seven Treasures Glass sect. For this result, Ning Fengji had to grit his teeth and swallow it into his stomach. Damn it! My poor Seven Treasures Glass clan member. I, Ning Feng, swear today that I will drive out all those who are involved in the martial soul hall. The current Ning Fengji has lost his previous composure, and that state of strategic planning was lost as early as the moment his clan members died. Ah! Damn it! Ning Rongrong and Oscar immediately activated their soul power to calm Ning Fengji when they saw their father go crazy. At the same time, Oscar also came up with many healing sausages to give to the injured members of the Seven Treasures Glass sect. The situation on this side of the martial soul hall is quite good, with the protection of the Rakshasa god Bibi and the six-winged angel god Qianrengshu. The core old players in the martial soul hall have not suffered much damage in battle. But unfortunately, those 3,000 elite martial soul halls suffered countless casualties in the battle with the Knights of the Heavenly Do Empire. In the aftermath of the emergence of the Shura god Tang San and the guardian spirit Tiger Idiot, he directly took away a large area, and now there are only a few who can breathe. Mom! Do you really think we can still win? At this moment, Qianrenshue had already turned into tears, and their loyal Soul Master Knight Legion had been destroyed. But Tang San's side strength is still extremely huge, so great that the other side can easily kill or injure hundreds of thousands of people. The outcome of this battle is not for them to win. Bibi Dong held on to her severely injured body, slowly extending her bloody fingers and constantly wiping away the tears on Qian Rinxue's face. I only heard her speak softly and gently. Shuer's mother doesn't believe in fate. We need to trust Chao Wei, he will definitely be able to turn the tide for us. For a while. Bibi Dong, who was seriously injured and weak, immediately reignited her state as the Pope of the Martial Soul Hall. That is a supreme confidence that holds the fate of all beings, and even more so, an invincible confidence that can push everything horizontally with both hands. Shuer. Don't be afraid of Grandpa Jean here. Even if he dies, Grandpa Jean will definitely die before you. Shuer has been afraid of darkness since she was young. Grandpa, let's go downstairs and explore the way for you first. On the weak and pale old face of Jean Crocodile Douluo, he even managed to hold on and smile slightly to take care of Qian Rinxue's emotions. And the golden crocodile Douluo didn't say it was okay, but when he said it, it immediately made Qian Rinxue's little pearl fall even more fiercely. Grandpa Jean, you must not die. You said you wanted to accompany Shuer for a lifetime. That's enough. At this moment, Chao Wei, who was in charge of the overall situation, slowly fell to Qian Rinxue. I saw the other party's crimson bloodshot eyes scanning everyone. Dragging their Chao family's supreme artifact, the 10 halls of hell, as they walked, they slowly spoke up. The young master is currently rescuing your martial soul hall, but I hope you don't keep bringing negative emotions to me, otherwise the young master will have to send you to hell first. Speaking. Chao Wei heavily smashed his divine weapon, the 10 halls of hell, into the ground. The terrifying divine power caused cracks to appear on the earth, and the bottomless darkness conveyed Chao Wei's current restlessness. Chao Wei. How could you? Shuer, stop talking. When Qian Rinxue was about to play with her young lady's temper, she immediately received a scolding from the Rakshasa god Bibi Dong. Oh. Isn't there just a sensible person here? Little one. Learn more from your mother. In terms of interpersonal skills, you really should learn from your mother well. Stop talking. Without waiting for Qian Rinxue's rebuttal, Chao Wei immediately rushed to the battlefield. During his conversation with Qian Rinxue. After launching the strongest attack, the Shura god Tang San secretly attacked Su Chu without speaking of martial ethics. The left arm of Tiger Idiot received a bone-deep scar, and the terrifying power of Shura's ferocity was constantly corroding the left arm of the guardian spirit Su Chu. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Opening the Invincible Golden Body of Tang San. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Opening the Invincible Golden Body of Tang San. Haha. Big guy. The taste of the erosion of Shura's divine power is not good, is it? You only have one hand left to fight me, and the one next to you, a second-level god, also wants to fight me. Tang San can be said to be full of energy now. When he faced the big guy Su Chu in front of him, he realized that his strength was not weak. At the same time, my own Shura divine power has a subtle suppressive effect on the opponent, but there is also a guy wearing a straw hat who is extremely difficult to deal with. Every time he suddenly appears in a place he doesn't know, as long as he reveals a little flaw, the other person will bite him like a venomous snake, fiercely killing him. Fortunately, in the end, he paid the price of several physical injuries and finally obtained his main attack horn. I saw that the Shura god Tang San held the Shura blood sword in his hand and fought against the guardian spirit tiger idiot of Chao Wei for more than 300 rounds. After that, he fought from the sky to the land, from the bombardment of martial soul skills in the sky to the breaking of the guardian spirit tiger idiot with a single hammer. The Shura god Tang San finally figured out the attack route of the tiger idiot, and immediately launched the Shura blood slash at the cost of his physical injury. At the same time, his own attack was shattered into powder by the tiger idiot Su Chu's pair of purple gold giant hammers. Shura god Tang San, immediately activate the Titan Ape's left arm soul bone skill, Gravity Swamp. At the critical moment, use the Shura Excalibur to open the storm-like attack of the guardian spirit Yujin, and a punch of gravity mud is ready to send Yujin 100 meters away. Hu Chi Su Chu was caught by Tang San because he was distracted by the comfort of the old guard. Instantly open up one's own field. Shura Realm open. The God-slaying domain is open. Shura Blood Sword Slash. As soon as the terrifying dual realms opened up, Su Chu, who was distracted, was immediately taken aback. The power of his own hellish divine fire was slightly suppressed, and this feeling made Hu Ji Su Chu extremely uncomfortable. But the attack from the opponent's Shura god Tang San had already arrived in front of him, and tiger idiot Su Chu could only resist with this purple golden giant hammer. At this critical moment, the Shura god Tang San appeared at an extremely eerie speed on one side of the sky above the tiger idiot Su Chu. Holding the Shura blood sword tightly in his hand, the terrifying crimson Shura divine power continuously poured into the blood sword in his hand. In front of the opportunity to inflict heavy damage on Hu Chi Su Chu, Shuluo Shen Tang San did not want to directly strike the opponent's arm with a sword. The terrifying and scorching crimson blood immediately spread across the sky, while Su Chuling, the tiger maniac who had been so seriously injured, remained silent. The other party just gritted their teeth, and the painful cold sweat slowly slid down from his forehead. He held a purple gold giant hammer in one hand and gave it to the Shura god Tang Sanyi hammer in the other hand, without any disrespect. Since the other party gave him a big gift from Su Chu, he couldn't weaken his reputation even if he was foolish. My old Su gave you a hammer, which always shows my sincerity towards you, right? General Su. Wow. Damn Tang Sanner, he actually attacked General Su. Bring me my life. In a fit of anger, Eugene held a spear in his hand and unleashed his unique marksmanship skills at home with great fanfare. The terrifying power of Hell's divine fire continues to stack up, and the attacks from Eugene's horse spear are getting stronger and stronger each time. This made Tang San, the proud Shura god, instantly furious. The advantage he had previously played has completely disappeared at this moment. He originally thought that the second-level god in front of him was a big guy, and he only needed to make a slight move to easily take down the opponent. But who knows? I just cut a sword on his brother's arm, and the other person came up and fought fiercely with me. My Shura god Tang San is a god. My life is precious, okay? How can you two despicable lives compare to me, Tang San? Bastard. Are you a second-level deity really going to fight me Tang San endlessly? Think about it. You can't beat me at all. As long as you surrender and submit to me now, Tang San can definitely give you more than your current master. To be honest. At this moment, Tang San felt jealous in his heart. He never expected that these two big figures in front of him not only possessed the power of gods, but also had extremely strong physical bodies. The key is that they are also very loyal. For the two big figures in front of them, the Shura god Tang San suddenly developed feelings while fighting. Tang San is clear about his own power. Although he is the leader of the Shrek 7 monsters, their hearts are definitely not loyal to him. And if these two big guys in front of me become my subordinates, my strength will definitely improve by more than 1 or 2 ranks. Haha. Tang Sanner. You are really a hypocrite. Even the insincere Lu Xuanda is more sincere than you. You despicable and shameless person even wants to recruit me too. Let's have your dream of spring and autumn. Speaking. In his anger, Eugene completely disregarded his injuries and continued to wildly wave his spear to attack Tang San. Brother Wen, I, tiger idiot, will lend you a helping hand. The tiger maniac Su Chu, who lost one arm, can be said to have greatly reduced his combat power, but he still has one hand to fight with. When he saw his brother Wen Zhe, who was covered in blood and had a deadly fighting style, he also wanted to cause damage to the Shura god Tang San in front of him. How could Su Chu, a tiger-obsessed person, be able to sit still with peace of mind? Haha. Can General Su still be in battle? Eugene crazily exerted the power of hellfire while suppressing Tang San, but only he knew he was not Tang San's opponent in front of him. Now. General Su Chu, the tiger idiot, re-entered the scene, and his intense blood within the forbidden body ignited once again. Haha. One is worry-free. Little scraping is not worth mentioning, take me tiger idiot to take down this hypocrite in front of me. Stop talking. I saw tiger idiot Su Chu tightly holding the purple gold giant hammer in his right hand, and the power of hell's divine fire continued to erupt. The terrifying and ferocious power of heaven and earth continued to converge in his giant hammer. Wow! Tang San, the young child, is taking his life. A terrifying hammer, like a mountain, oppressed unparalleled, with fiery red thunder constantly entwined on Su Chu's giant hammer. After unleashing the attack of the Shura god Tang San, Wen Zhe immediately came to the side and began to gather his strength to strike. The Flame Overlord Gun. Strange, the black and red hellfire covered the forbidden horse spear, boiling high temperatures continuously rising until the fire spread like wildfire. Wen Ziyu also launched one of his strongest martial arts skills. Shura god Tang San directly activated Xiao Wu's soul bone skill when facing the attack of tiger idiot Su Chu. Invincible Golden Body. A golden light curtain instantly enveloped the Shura god Tang San. And Hu Chi Su Chu's stunning strike left a gap directly in Tang San's invincible golden body light curtain. Damn it! This damn turtle shell, I'm going to smash it. Angry Su Chu's mentality was also somewhat unstable at the moment, after all, his and Eugene's attacks had always been open and close. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Prohibition of Severe Injury. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. Prohibiting Heavy Injuries. General Su, step back and I'll help you. The guardian spirit Eugene saw the other person holding a spear, and the power of the demonic hell fire kept burning and boiling. The hood on his head was thrown by him, and his handsome and gentle face appeared extremely ferocious at this moment. Fire Overlord Gun out. The dragon-like horse spear sounded like supersonic, with bursts of explosive sounds in the sky. From a distance, it looks like a meteorite landing, which is not only terrifying but also more like a sound. Tiger idiot, upon seeing his good brother, resorted to a deadly blow at the cost of burning his soul, and his tiger eyes were already filled with anger. Wen Zhe. He's not worth your hard work. Damn it. Damn it. Just as Su Chu was in a fit of anger, Eugene, holding a horse spear in his hand, couldn't break through the invincible golden body of the Shura god Tang San from high above. At the same time, his fierce and cold iron spear also pierced his heart. Pwai. Cough. Damn ants, how dare you stab my heart. Although Tang San's combat power has greatly decreased at this moment, the opponent's terrifying recovery ability is constantly repairing the damage to his heart. When Eugene pierced through the heart of the Shura god Tang San, He thought the big picture had been decided, and this victory belonged to their great Wei. But who knows? Shura god Tang San wielded his Shura blood sword and launched his strongest strike at the cost of backfire. Shura god. Divine skill. Shura judgment. Tang San, the Shura god, held the Shura blood sword in the electric light and fire stones and stabbed towards Yujin's heart position. The terrifying and ferocious power of the Shura suddenly rushed towards the weak Yujin like a torrent. Be careful in writing. Ah! Despicable child, that mother. Rogue, villain, dog thief, wow ah. Su Chu, who had an explosive mentality, was spitting out a fragrant aroma in front of the Shura god Tang San. The Tang clan forces below cheered and even waved flags and shouted. Okay. Good fight, the Shura god will surely win. Long live the three great gods of Tang. Justice will eventually triumph over darkness. The lackeys of the martial soul hall will face the fate of our Shura god lord. If you do not surrender, you will all become Tang San's fallen souls under the sword. After being rescued, the snowy night emperor of the heavenly Dou royal family saw that Su Chu, the tiger idiot sent by Chao Wei, was severely injured by Tang San, and Eugene was directly pierced in the heart by the Shura god Tang San's sword. Suddenly, the evil aura in his heart could only be suppressed by 3 points. Okay. The battle of Lord Shura has shown us our prestige, and his martial soul empire will eventually be the end of the crossbow. Haha. Avalanche. Send orders to all the soldiers who attempted to escape after I fell unconscious. Kill them all and bring me the sacrificial flag. The elderly and unconscious Snow Knight Emperor has already been overwhelmed by the victory in front of him, even though he cannot bear to see those soldiers die for nothing. But he wouldn't let these people escape the rights of his royal family. His royal family is the master of these lowly servants. What if the servants below don't obey? Usually, landlords beat them up to give them a long memory, but that also depends on time, environment, and people. Landlord families certainly cannot bear to part with these cheap labor, but those in power are different. The world is so big that they may never be able to complete it in their lifetime. But the two-legged enslavement is different, they are like spring shoots after rain, emerging one after another. Like the chives used by the poor, there is a crop after being cut. They never have to consider the issue of population, because the terrifying base in the vast territory is already enough to come to power and drag them down. These high-ranking royal aristocrats only need to absolutely uphold their rights, and they can still live a life of drunkenness and dreams every day. The lower-class people will be constantly exploited by them. Haha. This battle was fought beautifully. Emperor Dai Yuqian of the Star Luo Empire, upon seeing the absolute strength of the Shura god Tang San, once again pushed all forces horizontally with both hands. Suddenly, my heart felt as sweet as eating honey, it was a mysterious feeling. On the other hand, there is a body of meat foam lying outside the starry dragon courtyard. The lively cheers ahead appeared extremely comical to the dark corpses that must be behind. The elder is dying, Dai Yu, why don't you go through mourning and change? A royal girl did not cry, did not answer, and just carried her father on her back, slowly leaving the Star Luo Royal Dragon Court. The mistress is great. Tang Hao, you really gave birth to a good son. Not only has he become the most powerful soul master in the whole continent, but he has also achieved the success of the Shura god, leading everyone to destroy the martial soul hall. The high-ranking elders of Haotian's sect congratulated Tang Hao one after another. It can be said that nowadays, Tang Hao is receiving praise from his clan members one by one. His steadfast heart has also turned into a hot current, slowly flowing into the small river of happiness. His resolute face lit up with a smile. The mistress is great. You really bring glory to your father, you are his pride. Tang Hao silently expressed his love to Tang San in his heart, but he didn't care so much about whether his son could hear his own voice. Oh yeah. Third brother 1. San Gu is invincible. San Ge is the most handsome. On the side of Shrek College, Dai Mubai, Ma Hongjun, and Zhu Zhuqing cheered one by one for their third brother's victory. Fatty guy, what do you think about the martial soul hall across from you? Even the strongest six-winged angel god Qian Rengshu from the martial soul hall, who had already defeated Bibi Dong of the Rakshasa god, was also taken care of by the third party. Why does the other party still have a blank head and come out to challenge the third party's divine power? Dai Mubai put on a forced expression and placed one hand on his handsome forehead. And Ma Hongjun has always been immune to Dai, who loves to fart and pretends to be forced. Only express one's own opinions. Hee hee. What else can you think? Are you still young and inexperienced these days? For the few people in front of me with unknown backgrounds, did third brother still easily solve them? For Ma Hongjun, no matter who you are, in his mind, he always remembers the words given to them by the college teachers. A genius who dares not cause trouble is not a genius. In their distorted cognition, geniuses should be independent, have their own style, and cause trouble. The Shura god Tang San in front of us now is no different from their third brother. He also came up with them, and they did a lot of bad things, but they were called the ones who do justice for the heavens. And at the time of their analysis, among the Shrek 7 monsters, Zhu Zhuqing, who has always been the most silent, has put forward his own different views. Mubai, chubby guy, don't you feel that the two big guys in front of you fighting against third brother are very strange? Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. I, Chao Wei, will come to reverse this battlefield. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. I, Chao Wei, will come to reverse this battlefield. Zhu Qing said it well. Theoretical master Yu Shaojiang, after stabilizing his mentality, immediately came out again to demonstrate his abilities. I saw the other party with their hands behind their backs, their heads held high and their chests held high, as proud as a victorious rooster. These two ancient giants in front of me have strong strength, reaching the lowest level of a god. Similarly, their physical defense is also very strong. But they chose the wrong opponent because the third person inherited the throne of the Shura god. It can be said that the power of the Shura god can suppress all gods, while the third person is the invincible Shura god who pushes the human world horizontally with both hands. And the two gods on the opposite side are only fighting against the junior of the dual deities' positions. What are they fighting with? Haha. Yu Shaojiang felt a strong sense of pride in being able to teach Tang San, a student. Tang San was his pride and also his confidence in Douluo continent. Who dares to underestimate Yu Shaojiang among the powerful forces of Douluo continent today? You can say my martial soul fee, or you can say I am a trash soul master. But how can you compare when Laozi can teach a student who achieves dual deities? Now my own students are leading you to destroy the martial soul hall. You are powerful and powerful, don't you still listen to my students? Master. But the young man in the martial soul hall hasn't taken action yet. Without waiting for Zhu Zhuqing to continue speaking, Yu Shaojiang waved his hand and interrupted. Zhu Qing, you're a bit worried. He's just a little kid. Is he eligible to participate in God's battle? Haha. Dai Mubai and Ma Hongjun on the side also spoke out to support their own Tang San. Yeah. Zhu Qing, are you too tired? Sister-in-law. You really are, who is third brother. The master has said that San Ge is capable of pushing the ruthless people in the human world with both hands horizontally. Your concern is a bit unnecessary. With the fanaticism of the group towards the Shura god, Zhu Zhuqing's unstable thoughts were quickly pulled back. On the side of the Heavenly Dou Empire, the Snow Knight Emperor was even more excited and began to point troops and generals. Avalanche, lead the army of our Heavenly Dou Empire to step on the martial soul hall. The fourth prince's avalanche can now be described as a spring breeze and a horse hoof disease. His brothers above his head have all died, and the throne naturally falls on him. And high in the air, the Shura god Tang San is his own master. Just asking about the avalanche at this moment, is the excitement in my heart comparable to a sentence about leading troops and horses to step on the martial soul hall. Father, the child must complete the task. On the imperial side of the Star Luo Empire, Dai Yuqian began a series of deployments as soon as he saw the Heavenly Dou Empire's royal family's avalanche retreat. Suddenly, Emperor Xinglua and Dai Yuqian couldn't sit still. Damn it! The fruit of the victory in the martial soul hall is not something that a small tiendo can eat. The martial soul hall has stood on the Douluo continent for thousands of years, and its terrifying heritage is even more profound. Now they are even more united with all the forces in the Douluo continent, and have the leader of the Shura god Tang San, which is the only way to destroy the martial soul hall. Now that the martial soul hall has been defeated, the Shura god Tang San has directly suppressed all the heavenly pride. Seriously injured the Luo Sha god Bibi, and severely injured the strongest heavenly pride six-winged angel Qianren Shui in the martial soul hall. Even the two ancient giants that suddenly appeared, resembling gods, were all eliminated by the Shura god Tang San. A broken arm and a pierced heart clearly indicate a loss of combat ability. They won the battle on their side. The Shura god Tang San stood tall in the air, and when he heard a cheering voice behind him, it was all cheers for him Tang San. For a while, the heart of this human Shura god was also filled with joy. I defeated Bibi, Qianren Shui, and even more so, two ancient gods. But for any one of them, I am enough to make a name for Douluo continent. Compared to the cheers in the Tang San camp. On this side of the martial soul hall, two people, led by Bibi, were worshipped one by one, each with a talent-like expression. Is it true that our martial soul hall is going to lose? I don't believe it. I don't accept this result. Qinghuan Douluo's unstable mentality instantly broke through the defense. He is the three highest worshippers in the martial soul hall. He used to be full of energy and was also the pinnacle Douluo admired by thousands of people. Is it about to be reversed by the Shura god Tang San now? The two deities of Chao Wei were both severely injured by Tang San. He is really too strong. Is our martial soul hall really going to be destroyed here? The six-winged angel god Qianrengshu did not accept this result at all. She had seen hope before, but now her hope has been broken by Tang San, the man she hates the most, with her own hands. How does this make her not angry? How does it make her not run away? Schwer. Even if I die, I cannot weaken the reputation of my martial soul hall. Bibi was also mentally exhausted at the moment, and her confidence in Chao Wei led her to make the wrong decision. She had seen sunshine in despair, but her big hand broke through the darkness and once again let herself live in the panic of darkness. How could she accept it? Chao Wei. You are the savior of my martial soul hall. If a miracle occurs, please bless Chao Wei to rescue my martial soul hall. The current Rakshasa deity Bibi has messy hair, and the former royal atmosphere is no longer present. She can only feel deep despair at this moment. Her martial soul hall is about to be destroyed by the Shura god Tang San. Her relatives, subordinates, and herself will all return to dust and earth with all the products of the old era, hee. Don't be so pessimistic. Chao Wei, who had just returned from afar, gave the power of the hellish divine fire inside his body to Tiger Idiot, and then walked back after banning the two of them. I, Chao Wei, didn't say I lost this battle. You guys are really, the Pope has taken his crown and laughed. Saint, second offering, let's all be happy together. If Chao Wei dares to take over the mess of your martial soul hall, he will definitely revive it. I, Chao Wei, will rewrite this battlefield. The resolute and energetic temperament of the young man in Chao Wei, coupled with his sometimes lazy and sometimes unreliable words, made the mentality of the people in the martial soul hall extremely uncomfortable for a while. Ah! That's right, that's right. If you cry again, Qianrengshu, I really have to kill the sacrificial flag for you first. Grandma, you don't believe in my ability at all. After receiving the threat from Chao Wei, Qianrengshu, with tearful eyes, cried even harder for a moment. Chao Wei's ears hurt when he heard it, so he had to walk up to the other person and use his crimson left hand to wipe away his tears. I only heard Chao Wei's gentle and magnetic voice ringing behind the other person's ear. Qianrengshu. We haven't lost yet. With me, Chao Wei, we can't lose in the martial soul hall. I, Chao Wei, will come to reverse this battlefield. Thank you to CA, Sunflower Language, Lonely Xian Xiao, and the 3 precious children for their strong support. Xiaoyu, thank you all for your support here. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Chao Wei's handsome work. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9, Chao Wei's handsome work. Damn it. I am the Shura God. I, Tang San, am a divine king. How dare you harm me? The Shura god Tang San, who had been continuously hit on the ground, now changed his previous energy. His bright eyes had completely lost their color after Chao Wei's appearance. The disheveled Shura god Tang San, now dressed in Shura god armor, was directly pierced by the 10 halls of Yen Luo of Chao Wei. The blow from the guardian spirit Tiger Idiot also directly shattered the Shura god Tang San's rear armor. The dilapidated armor of the Shura god, paired with the disheveled Shura god Tang San, can be said to be as disheveled as it is at this moment. How could Tang San possibly lose? Why are the 3 ancient gods across from you suddenly so powerful? Impossible. The Shura god Tang San will definitely not lose, there is still a chance, we must still have a chance. Pwai. At this moment, the weak Snow Knight Emperor finally lay down completely amidst huge emotional fluctuations. At the same time, His Highness the Crown Prince returned from an avalanche, but when he learned that his father had once again fallen into a coma, he directly detained the therapist. And wait. Who is the next Emperor of Qiando? You figured it out, get up now. My avalanche is not a ruthless person. For those who have made contributions, I will greatly reward them, and for those who oppose me. His Highness the Crown Prince threw his sleeve and robe in an avalanche, and went straight to the chariot of the heavenly Do Dragon Court, where he saw the dying Snow Knight Emperor. In the end, the avalanche slowly closed the door. Father. If you don't die, my son won't be able to sit up for a day, so you need to understand my son. Good guy. The avalanche is a bit like Qin 2 at this moment, and the overall situation is not at all important, just focusing on the present. On the side of the Star Luo Empire, Dai Yuqian was killed twice when he saw the Shura god Tang San. At this moment, his back was scared and he felt a chill. As a man with the title of Douluo strong, he could still feel the feeling of forgetting in his childhood. How could this be possible? The Shura god Tang San is the most powerful existence in Douluo continent. Why did these 2 ancient gods suddenly become so strong? No. It's that boy. He just said, let those 2 ancient gods only move true. Did the ancient deity named Tiger Idiot and the ancient deity named Wenza not use all their strength to fight at first? Emperor Xinglua Dai Yuqian thought of this, and at this moment, he felt a cold wind completely enveloping it. The heart-wrenching cold was constantly strangling his heart. Impossible. Impossible. The Shura god will not be defeated. I, Xingluo, will follow the Shura god to become the ultimate winner. I, Xingluo, will have a vast territory, abundant resources, and abundant wealth. Waves of beautiful scenes constantly appeared before Dai Yutian's eyes. And this beautiful moment, a beautiful scene, was completely shattered by Chao Wei's rod, 10 halls of Yan Luo, and a hammer from the guardian spirit Tiger Idiot. Haha. This is impossible. How could Shura God possibly lose? I don't believe it. Dai Eugenius won't believe these nonsense. In a fit of rage, Dai Yutian began to speak nonsense due to his mental disorder. But in the Dragon Court chariot of the Star Luo Empire, a group of guards dared not approach the other side. 5 soldiers who went to pacify Dai Yutian have already died, and 3 members of the royal family have also died. There is also an elder who was inexplicably beaten to death. Such an outrageous mortality rate, who dares to step forward and touch the eyebrows of Emperor Xingluo Dai Yutian now? Hurry up. Go and recall His Highness the Crown Prince. The SS, upon receiving the prince's order, hurriedly went down to handle the matter. Big brother. Why haven't you died yet? The leader of the White Tiger sect is already mine, and the position of the Star Luo Empire should also be mine. You took everything from me. Now, I don't know if the Shura god Tang San will be defeated, but as long as you die, I can rise to power. Brother is here. Please go down early. Our ancestors all miss you. My younger brother will definitely promote the Star Luo Empire. Prince Dai Yulong is only waiting for an excellent opportunity at this moment, and he will personally send Dai Yutian away. Third brother. He's injured, Oscar. I'll go and treat him quickly. Ning Rongrong from the 7 Treasures Glass sect is still looking innocent at the moment, wanting to rush into the battlefield to treat the Shura god Tang San. Fortunately, he was stopped by his own father, Ning Fengji, and Oscar. Rongrong. Don't act recklessly, the battlefield ahead is no longer something we can participate in at our level. The third party won't lose. He is the sea god and also the Shura god. We need to trust the third party, he will definitely win. Yeah. Rongrong, listen to Xiao Ao. We can't participate in this battlefield, otherwise you'll just lose your life in vain. What do you want me to do? What should Xiao Ao do? Oscar held Ning Rongrong tightly in his arms, and at this moment, his heart was also filled with panic. Just now, as soon as Chao Wei appeared, he directly suppressed Xiao San's head, and the ancient god named Hu Qi was as if he had changed someone else. The terrifying soul power inside him is even stronger and terrifying. Oscar has been traveling for over 5 years, and he is still very sensitive to danger. But the downside is his own brother's mistress. What else can he say about Oscar? You must win, mistress. I really hope this feeling is my illusion. At the sight of Chao Wei's stick, the martial soul hall directly defeated the Shura god Tang San. That moment can be said to be the pinnacle of excitement in the martial soul hall. Chao Wei is so beautiful. Yes. That's it. Take down the Shura god Tang San and kill him. Qian Renxue clenched her small fist tightly, and when she saw Chao Wei strike down Tang San, the side of the martial soul hall was the loudest of her cheers. Mom! Did you see it? Chao Wei knocked over Tang San with one blow. He's really amazing. Wow! That tiger idiot just now actually hit his strength. I didn't expect him to be so powerful. He even hammered Tang San to the ground with one blow. Chao Wei and his team are simply amazing. This bad breath finally helped me out. Bibi Dong looked at the excited Qian Renxue, although she did not express her emotions. But her inner turmoil had already surged. Good Chao Wei. I didn't misjudge anyone, Bibi Dong. You are the savior of my martial soul hall. If you can reverse the battlefield, why not let Bibi Dong give you this martial soul haul? It can be said. At this moment, Bibi Dong in his heart was so excited that he had already issued an empty promise to Chao Wei. However, at this critical moment, Chao Wei's strike did indeed bring hope for life to the martial soul hall. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Tiger Idiot, 1Z, take it seriously. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10 Tiger Idiot, 1Z, take it seriously. At a moment of widespread attention, at a moment when everyone was singing and reciting for him, the Shura god Tang San. A thunderous roar suddenly broke through their cheers. Tiger Fool, 1Z, let's crush him together. Chao Wei, who was enveloped in the power of the hellish fire, was seen dragging his family's ancestral treasure, the 10 halls of Luo, with one hand, and walking slowly into the high sky. The Chao family guards the spirit Tiger Idiot, 1Z, and the two of them have reached their peak combat power under the repair of the hellish divine fire within Chao Wei's body. Tiger Idiot takes orders. 1Z takes orders. Suddenly, 2 guardians of the Chao family rose up into the sky. The Shura god Tang San in the sky was also shocked at this moment. The slightly trembling Shura blood sword in his hand reflected his feelings of doubt and shock at the moment. How could this be? That ancient deity, who was clearly pierced in the heart by my Shura blood sword, how could he still be alive? Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. I, the Shura god, am the most powerful divine king. I am the creator of the rules of this world. I, Tang San, am the ruler of this world, and you all have to submit to my feet. Just as the Shura god Tang San was still addicted to his own world. Fire General Chao Wei, with one hand dragging the 10 heavenly treasures of the Chao family, shouted angrily at the Shura god Tang San. Did you say it later? You hypocrite, the Shura god of the sewer, how dare you bark in front of our Chao family generals? Both generals have shown me their true abilities. The terrifying power of the hellish divine fire surged into the sky, and the boiling high temperature directly burned through the dual realm of the Shura god Tang San. How could this be possible? My Shura realm and god-slaying realm were actually burned down by his flames. On the side of Shrek Academy, Yu Xiaojiang was shocked and stunned on the spot. He never expected that the power of the fire god controlled by the other party could be burned down, in the dual realm of his own precious disciple. How could this be possible? No. Even if his divine fire power is strong, he will definitely not be the opponent of the Shura god Jr. Yes. He's just bluffing. At this moment, Yu Xiaojiang was so full of energy just now, and now he's showing off a lot. Embarrassment and shame constantly clashed in his heart, and this feeling made him recall the sad days when he mutated his martial soul. Xiao San. Kill them, come on. Xiao San. You are the strongest. If you can inflict a heavy blow on them once, you can kill them a second time. The members of Shrek constantly cheer for the Shura god Tang San, and at this moment, they can only trust their own third brother. How could this be? Do these 2 ancient gods possess immortality? Send an order to the Avalanche Crown Prince, come back quickly. The weak Snow Knight Emperor, holding his dragon court chariot with one hand, ordered the guards to recall his only son. His Snowy Knight Emperor dare not gamble. In his vast heavenly Do Empire, there is only Avalanche left as the sole heir. If the Shura god Tang San fails in this battle, his own son may also be unlucky. So he, the Snow Knight Emperor, would never use his own son's life as a gamble. Shura god. You must win. The wealth and life of my Tiando Empire are all in your hands. You must win. On the side of the Star Luo Empire, Dai Yuqian is different from the Snow Knight Emperor of Tiando. He has long captured his own children and led the Star Luo army to start the looting of the martial Soul City. Haha. The first move is the strongest, and the second move will suffer. I, Dai Yuqian, will press the treasure onto the Shura god. Then, Dai Yuqian will never back out, let alone be indecisive like you on a snowy night. The current emperor of Star Luo, Dai Yuqian, although he knew that Chao Wei's side was once again at war, so what? He is like a gambler with red eyes, he has already put all his wealth down, and now he wants to live and die together with the Shura god Tang San. He Dai Yuqian wants to become the biggest winner, obtain massive cultivation resources, and gain massive wealth. Haha. What about the two ancient gods in the mere martial soul hall? The Shura god will eliminate them with a sword of his own. Despite Tang San's influence, many people began to be amazed by his strength. But they are still like gamblers in a casino, they have to continue betting, and their current winning rate is still very high. They definitely won't choose which obscure leopard. Chao Wei. All the hopes of my martial soul hall now lie with you alone. Don't let me down. The Raksha god Bibi has now entrusted all his beliefs to Chao Wei. If a miracle were to happen today, that person would definitely be Chao Wei. Chao Wei. You must defeat the Shura god. I am very well behaved. I have listened to you. I am not crying anymore, nor have I made you angry. Please make sure to win this battle. The six-winged angel god Qianrengshu constantly called out to Chao Wei in her heart, while her jade hands, covered in blood, were so nervous that she didn't even know that her nails were piercing the tiger's mouth. Chao Wei. You must win. I have misread you throughout my life. I hope this time I won't be disappointed. Tu worshipped golden crocodile Douluo, dragging his severely injured body, slowly stood up and looked up at Chao Wei in the sky. Two generals. Both of you have demonstrated your skills in showcasing your abilities. It's time to take it seriously. Chao Wei was one of the leaders, holding 10 halls of Yen Luo in his hand, and suddenly appeared in front of the Shura god Tang San. Raising his hand, he swung a powerful and heavy divine weapon, the 10-hall Yen Luo, and directly smashed the Shura god Tang San from high into the earth. Everything happened between lightning and flint. The terrifying power of hell's divine fire was constantly burning throughout Chao Wei's body. The angry Shura god Tang San quickly rose from a dark pit. The Chao family guarded the spirit tiger idiot, holding a purple and gold giant hammer. With a simple charge, they directly knocked the Shura god Tang San back into the ground. Haha. This shameless child, who couldn't find such a weakness. I was actually injured by him just now, it's like a dark spot in Su Chu's life. Master, please step back and watch, and leave the rest to me. General Su. Can we split the text and shoot one shot at a time? Guarding the spirit in the Forbidden City, I have also released my own strength at this moment. To be honest, he and General Su Chu have never let go of the fight. My original intention is to give it a try, to see how strong the strongest Shura god in this world can be. But they were in battle, not only being cunning, but also secretly attacking their two generals. How could you, who already had a straightforward personality, tolerate this? Hurt General Su and pierce through my heart, young man. You can boast for a lifetime. No. With us here today, you Tang San may not be able to see the sun of fate. Family members, dear ones, I am very humble. If you like it, you can pay more attention. If you have any questions, you can also raise them. I will read them whenever I have free time, and I will work hard to grow and write the books you like in your heart. Thank you for your company all the way. I just joined this platform this year, and I hope everyone can take good care of me together. Thank you all. End of this chapter.